Introducing EctoLife, the world's first artificial womb facility, powered entirely by renewable energy. EctoLife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring. It's a perfect solution for women who had their uterus surgically removed due to cancer or other complications. With EctoLife, premature births and C-sections will be a thing of the past. EctoLife is designed to help countries that are suffering from severe population decline, including Japan, Bulgaria, South Korea, and many others. The pods are equipped with a screen that displays real-time data on the developmental progress of your baby. These data are sent directly to your phone so you can track your baby's health from the comfort of your zone.
What in the Matrix hell is going on here? So if that freaked you out like it freaked me out, you don't need to worry because it's not real. Not yet, at least. So this futuristic video that's being widely shared on social media is the brainchild of Hashem Agali, a producer and filmmaker with a background in molecular biology. On his website, Agali says he uses his background in science and technology to develop brand new concepts. But this brand new concept might not be too far down the line. So Professor Joyce Harper, head of the Reproductive Science and Society Group at UCL Institute for Women's Health, believes that the technology is possible. She says she has no doubt that at some point, most people will be produced by IVF and that this EctoLife would be a possibility. Andrew Shannon, who is a professor of obstetricics at King's College London, also says the video isn't as far-fetched as you may think. From a theoretical standpoint, it's possible, he says, of artificial wombs. It's just a matter of providing a correct environment with fuel and oxygen, and I do think the technologies are there to be able to achieve that. The real question now is this ethical? When test tube babies first happened, there was a big debate and pushback, but the test tube baby is now widely accepted, Shannon argued. Surrogacy is also a very common phenomenon. In a way, you're just asking the machine to be the surrogate instead of another woman, he says. So I think from an ethical standpoint, I don't think it's that challenging. However, critics of this are saying that it could be used to reduce traits that are deemed undesirable, specifically people with disabilities, and are questioning whether or not this could be used as a form of eugenics. JR, what do you think?
Well, it seems pretty obvious. There's different levels to this. I'm glad that we mentioned the part about how IVF is now a bigger thing, or surrogacy even. That's not even brand new. But just all these new technologies and how people have babies because of the health factors involved, the discomfort involved, let's keep it real, and death that comes to a lot of potential mothers and children as well. There's always complications, not always, there's many complications that tend to happen to folks, and these could potentially eliminate it. Now we have to think beyond that whole thing. Because look, I'm all for futuristic advancements and better ways to do things for humans not to maybe perish as easily or have as many complications in their lives. I get all of that stuff because other folks, maybe when you have your children, you don't want. People do test for certain kinds of potential disabilities, life-threatening ones specifically. So I get all of that. But humans will human. And once they get control of what they can do with their offspring and how they can create them, let's make that nose that size and this color of eyes here and that cleft in that chin or this jawbone. We do it to ourselves when we're already here. So of course they're gonna do it more before they even get here. I get to create a child, look however I want. Now once those people that spend whatever $100,000, $200,000 on each child in one of these types of things, because it would be expensive, then at that point, only the people with those means can create their children the way they want. Then what happens? We've got this army of whatever the hell looking type of humans we want them to look like that are born and bred by rich folks. And rich folks we know have certain advantages based off of who they are and their means. And that will just continue to circle that unethical aspect of this. I like the potential for some help, but the unethical stuff will go wild.
Yeah. One of the other things I wanted to highlight was that the two of the countries they point out as having low reproductive rates are Japan and South Korea. And the reason that they have such low rates of reproduction or childbirth are because they have hyper-capitalistic society, right? They Their culture is hyper-capitalistic, very work-based culture. People don't have time to have kids. They don't have time to raise a baby. They don't have time to get married. That's another issue that those countries are having. They're, trying to pay their population to have kids because they're seeing this aging population problem approaching. But I mean, the problem is, not fixed by just introducing this matrix-style pod birth, right? They still won't have time to, give to their children to raise them. The solution is more, centered around fixing that capitalistic culture and giving people more free time, giving people more time at home to enjoy their hobbies, to spend with their family. And that's at least in my opinion.
This is insane though. Look, the connection between we mentioned the Matrix. Everyone sees this and they go Matrix. Because remember that scene where literally babies are being harvested for the energy source for these robots. This is like a warehouse of what looks like robots, literally connecting to that next scene. So if you create something like this, you didn't see that look a certain way and know that people will see it. Maybe this creator did and he wanted us to see it that way. But that Matrix made in the late 90s. Now we have that developing. It's a crazy world. Maybe you can make enough money to be one of these folks too, or maybe not. It's ridiculous.